Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I hope you're doing well today. Today is another how-to video and today we're talking about
long runs.
Oh yeah. So a lot of people do their long runs on the weekends, but we thought we would take you through the video on how to basically get yourselves ready for your long runs, because you know a long run is putting your trainers on and getting out there, but I think to make a good successful long run is about how you prepare and get yourself ready for it.
Fail to prepare, prepare to fail.
Tip number 1, check the weather. So Katie, looks like it's going to be pretty chilly when we start, but if you're going for 2 hours, it's going to be pretty warm. Dress for the second mile.
So on that basis, we've checked the weather, and essentially now what we like to do is make sure that our kit is all ready in the morning so that when we wake up, less to think about, get your kit on and out the door. Kit's all laid out ready for the morning, so I can just wake up, pop the kit on and out the door. James, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Not now.
Oh. So guys, it's about 6 o'clock and Katie and I are just about to have a nice pasta and meatball dish. So obviously pasta, good carbs, lots of energy. Meatballs are tasty.
So when it comes to fuel, we're not talking about just carving up at dinner time, are we? We're gonna eat carbs all day long.
Yep, soak it all in. So breakfast, lunch and dinner, make sure you're carving up before your long run. Personally, I love a big bowl of porridge in the morning, something like eggs on toast for lunch, and then normally we have pasta for dinner.
Early dinner.
Yeah, and that's another thing.
Try
not to eat too late. James is a massive fan of eating more at like 6 o'clock. Normally we eat sort of 7 or 8 o'clock, but yeah.
If we're lucky, 9 o'clock.
But having a dinner not too late, so it means that it can settle, you're not going to bed too full. Also, in terms of carbing up, it doesn't mean just basically having the biggest pasta meal the night before, because you're just going to feel bloated on the run. So little and often, just increase, so rather than increasing your actual food amount and intake, just increasing the amount of carbs in each of your meals.
Just make sure you've got enough petrol in to run the car in the morning.
Exactly.
So as well as your correct fuel in and carb in, it's really important you hydrate. If you're dehydrated, you're going to lose electrolytes and you're going to cramp up as well as lose performance.
So as James reiterated there, pop the beer and the alcohol down on a Saturday night and focus on getting a lot of water intake the day before. Again, obviously not too much, otherwise you'll need the toilet a fair amount on Sunday morning. But just making sure little and often throughout the day, just to make sure that you are well topped up with water. And obviously, yep, dehydration can have a really negative impact on your performance, and also if you haven't got enough water in your body, you're going to lose electrolytes from your sweat, and which then causes things like cramp. So it's definitely not what you want in a racing environment. You want to be top performance and no cramps throughout. Next up, plan your route. Personally, at the moment, I've been loving using Garmin Connect, because you can basically make your own course in your local area and map it out so it's ready beforehand. I find that knowing where you're going, how far and how long, really helps me get into the right mindset before. If I leave the front door and think, oh, I'll do about 10 miles, doesn't ever happen. Make sure you've got your set route and off you go. And actually, the last couple of weeks, I've been really enjoying doing laps. Never thought I would, but it helps to break down the run much easier. So if you're doing one loop, just break it down into small sections, tick them off one by one. This is our nutrition cupboard, and I always get told off for leaving one of the doors open.
But you can go in there now.
When I get out my peanut butter, but this is where we've got all of our different bits. So we're going to make sure that we get some gels out ready for the morning.
So I'm off out for 15 miles this morning. So for me that'll be 2 gels, 1 at 5 miles, 1 at 10 miles. But you can check out our other video on gels down below somewhere.
Like James says, check out the other video. We tried out some gels and found out that most gels have around 20 to 25 grams of carbohydrates in them per pack. And you basically need around 30 to 60 grams of carbohydrates per hour to replace your glycogen stores.
So before we worry about what carbs you need on the run, we need to get ourselves full up. We need to stock ourselves up ready to go. So breakfast, Meal of champions. Katie would have a nice lovely big bowl of porridge with all these different fruits and nuts and pieces in it. That's not for me. So I would have a bowl of cereal about an hour and a half before I go out, and then I'll grab a slice of toast on the way out the door. That's what works for me.
So yeah, as James said, I would normally be having a bowl of porridge, but I've actually been trying some new things recently, and when I wake up, have a coffee and a banana. Been loving the bananas recently. Keep sending James out to get more when he goes to the shops. And then also a bagel. I just find that that's been sitting well recently. A bowl of porridge can feel quite heavy. However, I found that banana and a bagel is working really well at the moment. And having it around at least an hour before I head out, just to make sure that I digest it and it sits okay on the run. Okay, so our next top tip is to run with friends or in a group. Obviously at the moment we can only run with one person. That is changing to 6 people soon, but we personally find that running with friends just really helps. You've got company, it takes your mind off the distance, off the pace. You can catch up, it's a way to be social, catch up with friends as well. So,
and a bit of support. It's a long time to be out there.
Yeah, and if you're having a low, they might be feeling all right, and then it might quite quickly change. So yeah, it's just about helping each other along the way, isn't it?
And for like me, Nev keeps me in track. Slow down, James, slow down.
That's actually going on to our next point about pace. How quick should you be doing your long runs, Coach James?
Well, obviously you might have a specific session where pace will be determined by said session, but generally Sunday runs, nice easy pace, conversational, chat with your friends, catch up, as Katie said.
Yeah, we try to tell our clients sort of 30 to 90 seconds slower than your sort of like goal race pace, whatever that may be, whether it's a 10k,
2 minutes slow maybe,
a half or a full marathon, but at least 30 to 90 seconds. You know, in terms of personal, my marathon race pace PB is like 7:40s, and in that training block my long runs were anywhere between 8:30s and 9s. What about you, James?
My target race pace, because my actual race pace could be anywhere. But my long run pace is anywhere between sort of 7:50s and 8:20s, maybe even slower.
Yeah, depending on how you're feeling, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like
if the day rate 30s are right, then it's 8:30s.
Yeah, like do
Listen to your body.
not feel like any pressure to put like a quick time on Strava. Like I don't care what my pace is. I just literally
Drop that
go.
Strava, where you go.
Yeah, just run as slow as you need to. Slow it down. It should be easy, like we done about the Easy Day video. It should be easy, conversational. It helps your recovery and it builds that aerobic endurance.
Once
which
again,
is
unless
what you
you've got
need.
a said session that you're doing on that Sunday long run, your goal is the distance all the time.
Yeah, and you know, back when I used to do my long runs in my first marathon, I basically was running at my marathon pace, so no wonder by the end of each long run I felt awful. Whereas now,
Well, you're racing every weekend.
yeah, now I feel pretty okay after most long runs. So yeah, slow that pace down.
Aided by the Sunday stretch class. So mindset for a Sunday run. For me personally, the second my Saturday run is finished in the morning, or my Saturday session, all thoughts go on to Sunday long run. I'm banned from the beer fridge. Think about what I'm eating.
Don't say that like I ban you. You ban yourself.
Think about what I'm eating. Think about my route. Build myself up, because you know I might have 2.5, 3 hours running. Can't go into that naively.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly that. Just get yourself ready. If you have everything planned, you're more likely going to have a good long run.
Your body won't like being surprised with 2.5 hours on a Sunday morning.
No, but if you get yourself, especially if you're being daunted by the time or the distance on your plan, if you're getting yourself in that zone to be like, yeah, come on, I can do this.
Have it.
Yeah. More likely going to help you out along the way. And the last thing, and probably is the most important thing, is to remember that the long runs, these long runs are to help you get ready for your race day. So this is where you can make the mistakes. This is where you can get things wrong. This is where you can have bad runs, because each of these are to help you get ready and learn from, so that you can have the best race day possible. So, you know, try out different kit, try out different breakfasts, try out different routes. Basically, it's just all trial and error.
And just enjoy the end of the week. Embrace the week's training. Let it all settle in.
Yeah, a lot of people love
Done.
to soak in those long runs and just really enjoy it. So yeah, get yourselves prepared as most as possible, and most importantly, have fun.
Run long.
So the long run's now done. What do we start doing next, James?
We go lay on the bed. I go get my drink.
Nope, not yet. Save yourself. We've got to stretch first. We've got to replenish those carbs and glycogen stores. So get your protein back in so you can recover, get your carbs back up, and then you can have your beer.
Yeah, nah, all jokes aside, worst thing you can do is finish your run and go sit on the sofa or jump in bed.
Jump in bed?
You jump in bed and put your dressing gown on. No, your body won't thank you for it. You'll just seize up and you'll have a very achy, tired day. Go get your stretching done, get your carbs and your protein back in with you, and keep moving. Another beer.
So yeah, thanks guys for watching this video. We hope that it helps you to prepare for your long runs. Let us know if you find any tips useful and if you put them into your Saturdays to get ready for your Sundays. Obviously as well, if you train on any other day of the week, that's totally fine with the long runs. They don't have to be Sundays.
Church or Sunday long run, can't be any other day.
So yeah, thanks. I hope you like the video, subscribe, and we'll see you next week for another how-to video.